Conor, it's going to be a fatal four-way for the SWW Openweight Championship. And we do have the reigning defending Openweight Champion joining us right now, the Flynn Daddy, the Openweight Champion, Flynn Burden, joins us live on the SWW Hype Show. Champ, you're in the building. How you doing?
Let's get sexy, Johners. Hello there, Condoleezza. How are we this evening?
We're doing very well, even better now that we are graced with your presence. But straight off the bat, Flynn, you feuded with Sid for well over a year over to get your hands on that championship, which you did finally the last time we were in the Cheltenham Town Hall. Liam Jones, he's been a thorn in your side throughout 2024, especially after he attacked you in Stroud in November. You were involved in that match at the Frog and Fiddle in December. And of course, Big Jim Diehard in 2024, but we've seen a revitalized resurgence of Big Jim in 2024. Now he's in full beast mode. I've got to ask you, we're already 5 days away from your big championship defense against not just one, not two, but three of the biggest men in UK wrestling, three of the most fiercest competitors you could possibly wish for. They're all gunning for you, my friend, on Sunday. How are you feeling? Yeah. Where's your head at?
I'm ready, Jonas. As I've said, I've beaten Sid Oakley. I've beaten him several times. The only reason he got his win, retained his belt, should I say, not got his win because he didn't win. The only time he retained this belt was because he used a low blow to get himself disqualified. He used some underhanded tactic to get himself there, but it's fatal four-way, same as last time. There is no disqualifications in this match. So Sid Oakley ain't going to be able to weasel his way out to a cheap win. Big Jim, I beat him. I've beaten Big Jim 1, 2, 3. Nice and clean. Choke slam and a good old Tokyo sandblaster. Took the big beast packing. So as far as I'm concerned, Big Jim, let's be real, he's lost. Why has he got another shot? Because he inserted himself into my match with Liam Jones. Now, Liam Jones, I had beat as well. Liam Jones, I hit him with that choke slam onto the Lego, onto the condoms. It was a whole smorgasbord of sexy in that ring. And it wasn't until Big Jim and Sid Oakley pulled Rory, our esteemed and delightful referee, good old Rory. Much love to him. One love. Yeah, they pulled him out and cost me that win. I had Liam Jones beat. That was a 1, 2, 3. You saw it, Johners. You saw it with your own two peepers. He was done. Liam Jones knew he was done. They knew he was done. But just because they've got some animosity towards me, they're trying to kind of twist the knife. They're trying to twist it just a little bit. But they twisted it big time. And they've pissed off the big sex machine. And the Flynn Daddy don't take that kind of thing lightly. And I'm going to go in there. All guns are blazing. I've got 3 people to contend with. Okay, there is a very small percentage of a chance of me retaining this belt. Let's be real. You have got Big Jim. Big Jim is a big son of a bitch. Can I say bitch? Can I say that?
You already have done.
I've already said it. I've said it twice. I've said it twice. Sorry, kids. Is it after the watershed? We're not there yet. No. Okay, we've broken rules. But Big Jim, big fella. But you got a minute? I've beaten him. I've beaten Big Jim. Not many people can say that, but I beat him clean, and he gave me as good as he's got. Sid Oakley, a whole year of it, a whole year or more of dealing with that gammy little geezer. Now, Sid Oakley is wily, and he is crafty, but he's the smallest guy in the match, so he's the least of my worries. Give him a bottle of Jack, he'll go sit in a corner and drink that for the rest of the match. Liam Jones. Liam Jones is very good. The same as all of them. They're all very, very good wrestlers. But Liam Jones, he just packs a punch. And I got a lot of history with Liam. I go all the way back to the start of me in wrestling with Liam. So I know his games. I know his mindset. And he hasn't changed one bit in all the years I've known him. And I've got no worries about him. I've got his number. I've had him beat once. I'll have him beat again. So on this Sunday, Cheltenham Town Hall, talking about a revolution. They're going to be talking about the Flynn Daddy retaining the SWW Openweight Championship and looking mighty sexy doing it.
Absolutely. I know Conor's got some questions for you, but before we do have a little bit of a video package sent in to us, especially from Big Jim Diehard, because he is ready for Sunday as well.
I've always had a great respect for SWW owner Pete Bainbridge. He's always looked after me since the first day we met. And for a long time, I kept falling short of what I should have been doing, and he still stuck by me. You know, I'd lose a match, I'd come backstage, he'd say, yeah, great match, good job. He'd give me another booking, he'd give me another date, but I could see the disappointment in his eyes. When I lost to Flynn and I saw that same look in Pete's eyes again, I knew that enough was enough. It's time to unleash the beast. You've seen in recent months what I can do. The beast has been awoken. And this opportunity that I've got on January 26th in Cheltenham, you know, it's a challenge. Sid Oakley's a former champion. He's reckless, he's fearless, he's sadistic. Liam Jones is young, hungry, incredible athlete. Flynn, he's the champion, big, strong, one of the hardest hitters I have ever met. But not one of them has the experience I have, the power I have. None of them have something to prove like I do. So I either leave Cheltenham as a champion or a loser. And if that happens, then I have to question, maybe I was just never good enough, maybe my time's up. But if I win, then I'm coming for all the gold. Openweight Championship is just the beginning. Who's going to stop me?
Flynn, some big words from a big man there, and I think you know you've got three tough competitors, three tough opponents, but Big Jim Diehard, he's laid all of his cards on the table there. But before you retort to that, I want to hand over to my esteemed colleague over on the right hand side because Conor's got some questions for you.
Hello, Daddy. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, baby. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine seeing you, sir.
Shall I go?
So,
Get out of the pajamas. Everybody turn off.
well, we'll do that post watershed. It'll be fine.
Okay. 9 o'clock.
Flynn,
Be back.
Be back here. Flynn, this is obviously your first time being a singles champion in SWW, and you've had all of these men coming after your back, being commentating over these matches for you for months now, whether it's the scrappiness of Sid Oakley, the brutality of Big Jim Diehard, or the power of Liam Jones. All of them have been orbiting around the sexy sphere for months and months now. Obviously, some of the most hardest hitters in Sid Oakley's cage, one of the most nastiest, gougiest men I have ever seen alive. Obviously, with all of this stuff, this must have had an impact on you physically. And now I'm not doubting the physical prowess of sex on canvas. But going into this match, physically and mentally, are you feeling 100%?
I'm feeling more than 100%. Yes, I've gone through a few battles since winning this title. You know, I've had Visage, who made their SWW debut on that show, challenging for this in an open challenge. And Visage was one of the toughest hitters I've been in there, one of the most vicious people as well. I've had Big Jim. I've had Liam Jones. But out of all of these three, Sid Oakley is the only one that really deserves a rematch because he hasn't had his rematch for this title. The rest of them, Liam Jones, unfortunately, he had his shot cost. Big Jim lost. Sid Oakley, the only one that really deserves it. But it doesn't matter who deserves it and who doesn't, because I'm going to whoop all their asses, Conor. It doesn't matter what kind of state I'm in. I'm coming out swinging. There are going to be sex swings all left, right, and center up in that town hall. And the Flynn Daddy's walking out with that belt. I've got no stress. Don't you worry about it. The Flynn Daddy is going to be right on top.
Now, let me ask you, Flynn, 5 days away from the big show, talking about Revolution, the Cheltenham Town Hall, January the 26th. Big Jim, Sid Oakley, and of course, Liam Jones. Do you have a final message for your three opponents heading into that big championship match? Probably your biggest openweight championship defense to date.
Well, all of them feel like they've got something to prove. Big Jim said it in his little package there, sat in a dark garage. You know, he said that, you know, also, can I just say, they had a cougar noise in there and it wasn't loud enough. I feel like they should have amped up the cougar noise and made it a bit more dramatic. I don't know. If there's a cougar noise somewhere, I want a bit of a cougar noise. You know, am I crazy? Am I crazy, Conor?
No, you're not crazy at all. You deserve the biggest cougar noise.
Not at all. I want a cougar noise. I'm going to have one on my entrance. I'm going to put one in. I'm going to chuck one in. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to outdo their cougar.
Sable
is going to be so jealous. These three, they all got something to prove. Liam Jones wants to, as it said in that hype package, he wants to tear the heart out of SWW. You know, he's from day one, he's been trying to do something to screw with Pete Bainbridge, to screw with SWW, just to screw with the company. Sid Oakley, he wants his retribution. He wants his vengeance for losing this title. That's what he wants to prove, is that he is the rightful champion. Let's be real. And Big Jim feels like it's almost his last shot. Now, Big Jim has been on such a losing streak. Why did he even get a shot in the first place? Yet he got one. And that seems to be because he's got such a tight connection with Pete Bainbridge and probably our SWW commissioner, Mr. Fox. Because he's got that tight connection, he's getting these shots. And if he wants to come at it, he can. But the fact of the matter is, with all these three thinking they've got to prove something, I've got something to prove too. It took me how many years to get a shot at a singles belt in this company? It took me so long. I am not on anybody's, I want to wrestle this person's list. I'm not on this, or I'm not on that. I want to be on those lists. I want to prove to everybody, whilst holding this belt, that I am a contender in the British wrestling scene. You may have not heard of me, but I guarantee you in 2025, after this Sunday, you're going to know exactly who the Flynn Daddy is and why he is the sexiest SWW Openweight Champion of all the times. I'm going to be going down in the annals of history.
There we go. But the Openweight Champion, sex on canvas, the Flynn Daddy, Flynn Burden, thank you so much for joining us on our second ever SWW Hype Show. We're looking forward to seeing how it all unfolds this coming Sunday from the Cheltenham Town Hall. But Flynn, for now, thank you very much, my friend.
Keep it sexy, Johners. Keep it lubed up there, Conor.
Bye, Daddy.
Wow, that was an experience. But all the more reason to look forward to this four-way championship match for the Openweight Championship. Flynn Daddy defends against Liam Jones, Sid Oakley, and Jim Diehard in that fatal four-way match. Conor, that's going to be a spectacle.
Honestly, I'm going to need to ensure my voice is clear for this one. If you're sitting on the front row in Cheltenham Town Hall on Sunday, be prepared for some meaty men to be going past you, because that one, particularly with no disqualification rules, anything can happen.
Absolutely. We got Matt watching us at home. Let's get sexy. Matt's definitely up for it. He's going to be there, the Cheltenham Town Hall, I have no doubt. And Joshua watching us live at home via Facebook. It's going to be a slobber knocker. I think that's one way to describe it, Joshua. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Joshua. Keep sending in your questions. Keep sending in your comments. What matches are you most looking forward to? What do you think will be the outcome of some of these matches